Hello, my name is Dallin Ashworth, and today we're going to talk about the Department of Justice and our agency of choice for that department. Um, First, we're going to talk about the agencies within the department. I assume we were talking about the um, law enforcement agencies because, according to their official website, there are over 60 agencies within the Department of Justice. So it's kind of hard to narrow that down and list all of them. But I listed the ones that were defined as law enforcement, such as the FBI, the ATF, the DEA, the USMS. FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. ATF is the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The DEA is the Drug Enforcement Administration, and the United States Marshal Service is the USMS. We also have the Office of Community Oriented Policing Services, which I guess I could go into there because they're law enforcement related. But yeah, the we're going to go over their primary responsibilities, and then we're going to talk about what agency I would choose to work for and why, and then the jobs within that agency and stuff like that. Um, FBI is primarily responsible for protecting the U.S. from terrorism, foreign intelligence and operations and stuff like that, and spies. They work alongside the CIA and every other, like the NSA and stuff like that, to do those kind of things. They monitor cyber attacks and high technology crimes, and they're really looking for WMDs and trying to prevent the terrorists from bringing those in here. They also combat police corruption, civil rights violations, organized crime, white collar crime, and other major crimes. They have the most wanted list, which is like the 10 people that are most wanted in the entire country, whether it's for like a simple crime, like embezzling tons of money. I mean, I guess it's not simple, but or murder multiple people. They have that list as well, and they work on that. The ATF administers the U.S. criminal code provisions concerning alcohol, tobacco, and firearm smuggling, as well as diversion and investigation of those items. Um, their whole goal is to prevent the illegal traffic of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms from one place to another, and specifically like legal firearms like short barrel rifles, suppressors, grenades, explosives, stuff like that, and they enforce all that industry. In my experience with the ATF, we have grenades in our armory, and they have to track every single thing of those, and we have to keep all the pieces even after they explode. So it's kind of annoying, but I guess that is part of their enforcement. The DEA has the main responsibility of managing the National Drug Intelligence Program, um, and cooperating with state, local, other federal agencies, and foreign agencies to find and seize those assets related to drug trafficking and the drugs themselves. Um, they work with Interpol a lot, which is the International Police Force, I guess you could say. It's more of an intelligence program agency. But yeah, they basically focus on drug trade pretty much. The U.S. Marshals are the ones that pursue and arrest fugitives for federal violations. Escaped people, they get those people, they transport them across the state. They actually have to wear this kind of, whenever they come to transport from our facility, they have this weird blue jacket that actually has like a weird pocket in front, that you have to secure the prisoner to with a belly chain. That's kind of cool, but also super weird. But yeah, they focus on the apprehending those fugitives, and then providing a secure environment for judges, attorneys, and witnesses, as well as the witness protection program. So the witness protection program is actually run by them, and they like make new lives for those people. For the agency that I chose, after looking through all of their stuff on their websites and things, I chose DEA, because actually no, I didn't. I didn't choose the DEA. I chose the ATF. That was the wrong badge, but I chose the ATF because when you're looking at a federal agency that you want to work for, you have to consider relocation, like where the jobs are available, because not all the times they're going to be available in your state. The benefits they offer, because some of them, like since it's a federal job, most of their benefits are really, really, really similar, but some have few discrepancies that make it worth it. And then the compensation obviously is a big deal, and general duties are what you're going to be doing. Because I don't really want to be behind a desk every day. I mean, ideally, I know there's going to be paperwork involved, but I don't want to be behind a desk every day. Um, and then the administration and the policies of those agencies greatly affect whether a person wants to go there. Because if a agency doesn't back their officers or has policies that really prevent you from doing your job, it's hard to go and say, "Hey, I want to work there," when I'm already working in a place that backs you or has great policies helping you out. So I did choose the ATF. Um, the reasons are kind of odd, but we'll get to that. Within the agency, there's a lot of jobs. That's part of why I chose it. There's special agents, there's forensic team, and there's STEM, which is science, technology, and engineering and math departments. There's also industry operations investigators, professional and technical jobs, so like writing, attorneys, judges, lawyers, all that kind of thing, for the admin jobs. Um, there's a lot of engineering positions like fire, electrical, and firearm and tool mark examiners, fingerprint specialists, forensic auditors, forensic biologists, and forensic chemicals. So there's a lot of places I could go within there. That's kind of why I chose it, because there's a lot of options, a lot of variety, and then um, partially taking into account today's state of affairs. It kind of looks like the world's ending. Everyone says that, but I kind of chose it because, as a DEA officer, you're going to know, okay, this is where all the full auto weapons are. This is where the most explosives are. This is where all these guns are and where we can get them should there be a need for it. You know where they are. Like, it's like if you worked on an army base, you know where the armory is. So if you need to go get guns, you can go get it. Um, Not only that, but they have decent benefits like any federal agency. Nothing really stood out there, but it's going to be a stable job. It's a law enforcement job, so it's likely going to be around for a long, long time. And the skills are going to be easily transferable to another agency should it falter or should I choose to go somewhere else. So really, you pick a federal agency, your skills are going to get overlap pretty much if you want to go anywhere else. So you don't have to stay there, but I think it'd be easily transferable. And then the pay, uh, from what I was looking at, the pay is better for the ATF than it is for most other agencies that I was seeing, at least with a similar position, even. So that was a big factor. And then also, I enjoy firearms. I enjoy learning, and I used to work for Silencer Co. So I like learning about the firearms and how to make them compliant and everything that needs to go into that, as well as explosives. They're really fun, and yeah, it's just kind of cool. The hiring process is pretty complicated, actually. Let's see if I can pick it up here. Every agency that I looked at, um, their hiring process would take up to like or no order, so it kind of looks like this when you look at it, and then you can go into the basic training, which takes a while. When I looked at the agency, their hiring process, all of them took a minimum of 12 months. So this one is no exception. You take 12 months or longer to finish, and it begins with initial application. You receive notice of the next phase in your email, just like you would most other jobs. And then you have to pass a written test and a physical test. The physical test is usually set. It usually contains a run of some sort, like a distance of 1.5 miles, 300-meter sprint, sit-ups, push-ups, and a jump. And then this one might contain a obstacle course. Yeah, it does. And then after you pass those, you do a panel interview, a background investigation, a polygraph test, a medical exam, and a drug test. After that point, you get a job offer, and they offer, depending on your experience and knowledge, 76,000 starting to 170,000. That's really based on location, experience, and position. But it's awesome. They offer the PTO, health and life insurance, which is a big part. What I thought was cool was when you get all the federal holidays off, but if you have to work for them on those holidays, you get what's called premium pay. So they pay you for the hours you're working on the federal holiday at the overtime rate, even if it's not in overtime. So that's kind of cool. And then their health improvement program, you can take 3 hours per week as excused absence for work, so you can like work out for 3 or 5 days or whatever you're working, to go exercise, and I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah, or you can work out in the fitness center at the building. So that's really it about the ATF, and all the federal agencies. So thanks for listening, and have a great day.